Okay, I want to sit down quickly and film this video because something happened to me yesterday and it was very scary for not only myself but for Ryan and my family as well. And these things, you really don't think that they could happen to you, but they can and they do. So I'm going to be talking about how I was a victim of fraud and my experience and what happened. So let's get right into the video. All right, so me and Ryan always get random phone calls of different numbers all the time. We get text messages asking for passwords and asking for verification codes and everything like that. I'm sure you guys get those kind of calls and stuff too. And our natural instinct is to not answer and to not text back these numbers or emails or whatever. So basically what happened was we were selling our daybed. And we had someone and she's like, okay, so are you okay with e-transfer or cash? And I said, oh, e-transfer is fine. So I was at A&W and I got a text of an e-transfer and it was a little less than what I asked for the daybed. So I clicked on the link and I was like looking at it and it looked so legit. Like it had, I don't have it anymore, I deleted it, but I clicked on it and it has like, oh, sign into your bank. Like it has all the banks listed and everything. It looks so legit. And all I did was click on the link and click on CIBC, and I text the girl, I said, oh, just so you know, I am firm on my price. And she's like, and I said, I just got your e-transfer, and she said, I haven't even sent the e-transfer yet. So I was like, oh, that's weird, I wonder why it says I got an e-transfer, blah, 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 blah. So I got confused, I left it alone, and I went on with my day and whatnot. So Ryan had to go to sleep because he had to work that evening, and I was in the living room playing with the kids, hanging out, just doing my normal thing, and I get a phone call and it was from my bank that I bank with. So I answered it, but it was a different kind of bank. It was like my bank name and then accounts, which was like, I was like, okay, this might be like, you know, a fraud call or something. So I answered it and they asked to talk to Kayla Slaney. I said, that's me, blah, blah. And then she asked me, she's like, are you trying to transfer $2,000 to this name? And this name that they mentioned was in my history. Like I have sent this person money a lot in the past. So they were using that name to try and transfer all my money to that name. So I said, no, I'm not trying to transfer anything. I didn't really think anything of it when she asked me this, like maybe it was just a mistake or whatever. And she said, well, a bunch of money has been transferred from your account. There's been a couple email transfers that have been taken out. So I go on my app, like my heart just freaking drops my stomach, and I run upstairs and get Ryan, and I'm like literally in tears and sweat that I just couldn't even believe it. My accounts were like negative, and I could just see it was just kept going. Like all of my money was just like minusing and was gone. And it was freaking so scary. And as I was on the phone with CIBC, the fraud department, I had all these uncalled numbers keep calling me over and over again. And my own phone number was even calling me. So I guess what they were doing was trying to e-transfer the stuff and getting verification codes with, you can go on your like mobile banking app and like call yourself for the verification code. So they're trying to get me to answer that so they could get it. Thank God I didn't answer this. And they called me, I'll even show you how many times they called me. So yeah, you can see here, they just kept calling and calling me and calling me until I was trying to pick up. And it all was happening so quickly, and it was absolutely freaking terrifying because these people are literally taking money from, like, I'm a mother. This money feeds my kids. It is only for my kids. And I live off of this money. I don't get a lot of money. And they took my overdraft, they took everything, my savings, and I have an RRSP in my account as well, but thank God that they did not touch that, because that is literally for me and Ryan to buy a house. If they touched that, we would be screwed. Like, we would not be able to buy a house. And like, even just talking about it makes me like just sick inside that someone got my information, got my password. They have passwords for everything. Like, it's so disgusting and shocking that people actually do this out there. So I wanted to share my story on this, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this, because if you think that it's not going to happen, it can happen to you. And I'm just so grateful that my bank that I bank with called me and told me, and they actually got a fraud alert on their account, and that's when they called me right away. Like if I didn't get that phone call and I looked at my account, I would have not known what the hell was happening. So now I have to go and change all of my credit stuff. I have to call a bunch of credit unions and make sure that they're not going to try and use my card and my identity to apply for things and just mess up my credit. And I literally just paid off all of my debt that I had like 2 weeks ago. And if they get a hold of all my stuff and are able to apply for things, then I'm not going to get good credit, and it's just like sickening in my stomach. So just be aware. If you get a unknown phone call, or even like your I highly suggest, like, I'm not going to be e-transferring anybody anymore. Like, I do not like it. It is absolutely crazy. It's the easiest way for people to be fraudulent and take money and all that kind of stuff. So all of the people that I have saved for e-transfers, I'm going to delete. I'm going to change my password at least once a month. I'm not going to have the same password for everything, and I'm going to be just so cautious. And this is kind of a wake-up call for me, and I wanted to share with you guys, because this should be a wake-up call for you guys as well, because you never know if it could happen to you or whatever. So we are going to go to the bank right now. They froze all my accounts. I can't even log into my thing. They need to see me, they need to see my ID, and I gotta get all of this figured out. So we're gonna go do that now and just pray to God that they leave me alone and I never have to go through this again, because it was pretty freaking terrifying. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.